flippity flop.
What is up, my friends? I have another Arcade 1UP review for you guys today. Miss Pacman and Galaga 1981. Class of 1981 has arrived. And I thought for sure this was going to be the one cabinet I review that would be like flawless. I'd have nothing bad to say about it. You know, I thought this was going to be finally be the one. If you want brutally honest reviews, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Although I am brutally harsh on my Arcade 1UPs, I do really enjoy them, or I wouldn't be buying them. Okay, so you know, first and foremost, let that be said. But I find it, I just enjoy like taking a product and critiquing it. You know, as is part of my hobby, as this is a hobby gaming channel. So let's start this review. So Miss Pacman and Galaga, class of 1981, is here to provide you with 12 excellent games by Namco. Quality has been an issue with my experiences with Arcade 1UP. All 8 of them have arrived to me with some quality issue. With the latest being my Star Wars pinball, the right side has lost all haptic feedback. I have no idea why it stopped working. It just stopped working. One day I turned it on and it wasn't working anymore. Now before we get into the games included with this cabinet, I'd like to share my experience assembling it. We'll also go through the features and settings, and I'll share my thoughts along the way. Let's talk about the negatives first, and then we'll talk about all the goodness. Initially, I thought for sure, like I said, that this cab was going to be the one that I gave a great review to. However, I was wrong. Immediately upon opening the packaging, I noticed my speakers had this shit-stain looking mark on the front, right here, as you can see right here. I tried scrubbing it off with some wood cleaner, or I tried a magic eraser, and it didn't really work. Now this is quality issue number 1. I got stains on my speakers. The dirty speakers on the bright side, they can't be seen that much as they are facing downwards and they are behind the marquee. And speaking of the marquee, as you can see right here, there's some uneven lighting on the left corner of the marquee. I mean, the black probably needed to be darker. It seems like the bulb just burns right through it. You can see like hot spots coming through the marquee. There was also some minor scuffs that I noticed on the side panels, but not as big a deal as what I'm about to show you right now. Now, upon installing the front cardboard panel, I noticed that the graphics were wrong. Now this is what the cabinet's supposed to look like, and this is what mine looks like. Looking at the instruction manual, you can see right here that the instructions are foolproof with the indentations facing downwards. Now I don't know what to make of this. Is this imperfection, unique? Is it special to my unit? Or would it be enough to piss you off? Let me know in the comment section down below. The cabinet itself, I mean, it looks great. You have multicolored LED lights for your control deck with 6 buttons on the deck. 6 buttons on the deck, and you still need to hold down the start button to back out of a game. 5 seconds. If your game has ended, you'll wind up starting a new game as you're holding it down for 5 seconds to back out of the game. Also, no pause button. I don't understand why they just didn't make the live button your back out button as it is used for Street Fighter 2 on Big Blue. You press the live button and you can back out or pause the game. You have no pause button on this one. The live button on the Miss Pacman Galaga does nothing aside from making network changes from the main menu. I mean, that's all that live button does. I love the appearance of the control deck, and the LED lights shine bright and they look great. The buttons are standard 1UP buttons that work very well with these Namco games. The 4-way arcade stick is what makes this cabinet so desirable for me. I had wanted to get the original Miss Pacman cab back in June, but heard that this class of 1981 was coming out with Wi-Fi, leaderboards, so, and more games. So I definitely wanted to wait it out for this one. Being able to chase some already posted great high scores will keep me entertained for like eternity. Each game has a settings menu that allows you to make several game adjustments depending on the game. The settings with the asterisks next to them are the settings that are needed to post your high score, which are the stock arcade settings. There's also a separate leaderboard for high scores when you want to just use the options. My favorite setting of all is the smoothing setting, which makes all these games look great, at least in my opinion. I love the smoothing effect that this Arcade 1UP cabinet has. In the past, I've criticized arcade 1-ups for not having this feature. This one has it, and it looks great. I also think that these games play better than I've ever experienced them on other ports, like for home consoles, PC. This is the best experience aside from like the real arcades, in my opinion. Some of these games included I had never played before. Most of them I have played, and I have to say these ports are excellent. You know, and I've played Miss Pac-Man on the NES, Genesis, Super Nintendo, PlayStation, PS2, PS4, and this is the best experience in my opinion. All the games also have 2-player alternating as an option, which is pretty cool. Now let's briefly take a look at all the games. All right, so we'll start from the top down, this amazing Namco menu. Miss Pac-Man on top. How could you go wrong? I personally have always loved Miss Pac-Man over the original Pac-Man, but I guess that's up to an individual, opinion. I don't know. I just don't know why they couldn't offer you a Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man, but it's probably just because of, licensing, Next is Dig Dug. With Class of 81, you get Dig Dug 1, Dig Dug 2. So I'll be looking forward to. I've never really got into Dig Dug, but I've always thought it was a good game. So at least now with the high score leaderboards, it'll pique my interest a little bit more. Included with this compilation is Dig Dug 1 and Dig Dug 2. And it looks like with Dig Dug 2, it's a faster pace, improved graphics, probably more stages. But I never played Dig Dug 2. This will be the first time experiencing it. The next game is the flagship, along with Miss Pac-Man, Galaga. And I have to say, it's a great port. I love this vertical screen. Playing these games on the vertical screen is so much fun. And you also get Galaga 88. They also give you Galaga 88, which I used to love. I think it's it's just a great faster pace, improved graphics from the original, stages, boss battles, cool stuff. They also give you Galaxian, which I always enjoyed these shooters, man, especially in the early 80s as a kid. These games were great. Galaxian, kind of reminds me of, Space Invaders type. Mappy is a game that I never really got into. It was always difficult to play on home consoles with a controller, and playing it on this arcade 1-up was very enjoyable for me, and I look forward to playing this more. And I got a couple of friends that have high scores for Mappy, and I'm looking to break them. This game's pretty cool. Next, we have Rally X, a game that I was never familiar with up until now. I mean, looks pretty cool. It's like you're dodging and weaving, trying to not get hit by these red cars that are chasing after you, kind of like Ghosts from Miss Pac-Man, and you need to collect the keys. There's a little map on the side there that will show you where all the keys are, and you have to avoid the red cars and rocks. Pretty cool. There's definitely a learning curve to it, but I like it. Rolling Thunder, I never played Rolling Thunder, the arcade version. This game is sweet. I have Rolling Thunder 2 for the Sega Genesis. Man, this is a great port. I'm really looking forward to playing this one. Next, we have Rompers, a game that I wasn't familiar with up until now, and I really enjoyed this one so far. It's kind of like this maze puzzle game. You need to collect your little golden keys or coins or whatever they are, while avoiding the animals, monsters, whatever you want to call them, dragons. Pretty cool. As the stages progress, they get a little more trickier, and there's some puzzle solving aspects to it. Next, we have Tower of Draga. I enjoyed this game as a kid. You run around, you need to find the key, and then you bring the key to the door to open it while avoiding the bad guys and navigating through the maze. Pretty cool, fun stuff, man. Classics. And last but not least is King and Balloon. Now, I've never played this one up until now. I thought it was some cheap throw-in, but no way. This game is good. I'm going to enjoy this one. Just like another Space Invaders type clone with a little twist to it, They're going to try and, these balloons are going to come down and try and capture your king, and you got to protect the king from floating away, literally. So there you have it, my friends. My first impressions review of Miss Pac-Man and Galaga Class of 1981. Overall, I'm very excited for this cabinet. I really love these games. These are classic Namco games. And with the high school leaderboards, it's going to keep me busy. It's right up my alley. Aside from some of the imperfections that we've talked about, some quality control issues, but other than that, The thing works pretty well. I'm enjoying it, and I would recommend it. Thank you all for watching. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more Arcade 1-Up content, because yes, I have more room in my basement, and over the years coming up, I'm hoping there's some more machines that come out that I want. Like, I'm hoping they make a Star Wars trilogy, Sega Star Wars trilogy. I'm hoping they make a Dance Dance Revolution. Those are the two cabs that I want going forward. And I'm gonna pre-order Ridge Racer. That will be my next review for Arcade 1-Up. Ridge Racer, Namco. Thank you all for watching, everyone. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.